I grew up in Sweden with my mum and partly with my dad. So my mum left my dad when I was around, when I had just been born really, because my dad went to prison like a few days after I was born. And she had enough, so she left him. I know that my mum took me to see my dad at the prison at a few occasions, but when I was 3, my dad got released, and I started seeing him regularly. And in the beginning, it was really nice. It was really good. But then, you know, with time, he started to show his true colors. My dad was very unpredictable, so he could go from being like very nice and funny to being like to just switch, and his eyes would go pitch black and he would become this monster out of nowhere.
Were you afraid of him?
Yeah. When he switched like that, I got very scared. My dad was very into horror films and, you know, the devil, demons. He introduced that to me when I was very young, like 3 maybe. He started showing me horror movies like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, those are not that bad, but to a 3-year-old, they are. When I got a bit older, around 5, 6, he started to, I would call it brainwashing, because he made me believe things. He made me see things and believe things that wasn't real. We could lay in the bed in the dark and I was just about to fall asleep, and he would go like, "Oh, Jamie, do you see the faces up in the ceiling?" And he would go on and go on until I actually saw them. And that would make me so scared, and I would just put the duvet over my face and try to fall asleep, and he would like sit there and laugh.
He would laugh.
Yeah. If I got scared, he laughed.
So do you think he was kind of gaining some enjoyment out of scaring you as a child? Yeah.
I was quite bullied in school. And one time I told him I was bullied and I was very upset about it. And his solution for that was to give me a voodoo doll. It was a doll that he had made himself, like this big, and also a needle that I was supposed to like put in the doll where I wanted my bullies to get hurt.
Were you ever scared that he might hurt you?
Every time I was very scared that he would hurt me. He was very close once when he was like walking up to me, and I was just sitting there in the sofa, curled up, shaking, and then he put his fist like this, and I just shut my eyes and waited for the punch. It never happened. He walked away and then acted like nothing had happened. But you know, sometimes I actually wish that he would just punch me in the face instead of like messing with my brain that much. I think that would be, some of it would be easier to heal from.
Yeah, it sounds incredibly manipulative and confusing and terrifying all kind of at once.
My experience was that he did become like angrier and angrier, and it got even worse when he met his ex-girlfriend. Helle and my dad met at a psychiatric hospital, and I remember the first time I saw her, he introduced me to her. And I remember like her red, long hair. I really wished that they would stay together because I really liked her. She was very like fierce, and she wasn't afraid of him.
And she was kind to you?
She was kind at first. She was really, really kind. She told me she loved me like her own daughter, and I started loving her like my own mom. Like I really, really, really loved her so much. I adored her. But then again, she had her problems, her mental issues. She was bipolar. So she could also go from being very loving and caring towards me to just, switch, and she wanted nothing to do with me. And she would tell my dad, "Lisa, can go and take your daughter because I can't stand her."
And how old were you at the point that Hele came into your life?
I think I was 7. Yeah.
And their relationship, initially, what did that look like?
Their relationship was like a horror movie. It was awful. They were so toxic for each other. They could have fun and laugh together and have good times together. But then out of nowhere, they would both switch and both became as dangerous as each other. Like there was no one that was under the other. Like it wasn't my dad screaming and hurting her. They were both like as bad as each other. Multiple times he would say to her like something like, "If you're not out of the flat when I'm back, then I'm going to kill you." And he would say it in a way that he really meant it. And I would say to my dad, "Don't say that." And he would go like, "But it's true." I always felt like he was minutes away from just pulling up a knife and kill her right in front of me, like every time.